All right, Tuesday evening edition of Weather for Weather Geeks. It was certainly a different day today. We had the rain as expected, and as expected, we had the falling temperatures this afternoon. It was about 25 degrees colder this afternoon than it was Monday afternoon. Rainfall totals, as expected, fairly modest. 0.28 in Boardman, 0.26 downtown. Canfield about 0.23. Amounts a little bit higher out towards I-79 in Mercer County, about a third of an inch or so. And again, this was all pretty much as expected. The numbers at the airport in Vienna, 0.23 in the rain gauge there. Now this high, of course, was very early in the day, 1:35 a.m. It was mild all night, and then temperatures fell this afternoon and down into the 30s by mid to late afternoon, especially north of I-80. All right, I'm recording this at about 6:30 in the evening, and as of 6:30, I'm going to keep a close eye on this clearing line, which is getting down to about I-90 about 50 minutes before sunset. If this continues to make some southward progress, this might set up a really nice sunset in some places, especially north of I-80. Farther south you are, you're probably stuck in the clouds through at least sunset this evening. But in most places, the sky will try to at least partially clear overnight tonight. The rain that we had last night and this morning is now long gone off to our east. All right, in case you missed this last evening, I shared this with you. Spring continues to advance northward at a fairly rapid pace. And ahead of schedule, we're starting to see leaves coming out in Cincinnati, Parkersburg, Marietta, Charleston, Morgantown as well. And of course, east of the Appalachian Mountains out towards the Blue Ridge Parkway and over towards DC, Baltimore, Philadelphia, New York City, things are blooming. And while we have some spotty buds here and there around here, it's nothing all that significant as of yet. But with the mild weather continuing for the most part for the rest of March, with some exceptions, I would expect things to bloom pretty early around here compared to average. All right, with a clearing sky tonight and plenty of moisture in the low levels of the atmosphere and the wind going mostly calm, it's a recipe for potentially some fog late tonight into tomorrow morning. Now, if you hang on to the clouds all night, you won't get the fog, but if you do see some clearing, and again, a lot of that clearing may be the farther north you are, I think you'll probably see some fog trying to set up late tonight and into tomorrow morning. Otherwise, a decent day coming up Wednesday. Now, this is not going to be a bright and sunny day. In fact, a fairly cloudy afternoon overall, and I can't even rule out a quick shower with this approaching trough of low pressure. But it's not going to be much moisture most of the day, uneventful, and temperatures are still a bargain for this time of the year, making a run at 50 before the afternoon is through. And then a warm day coming up on Thursday in the wake of this warm front. Despite, again, not much in the way of sun yet on Thursday, I think we'll see temperatures spiking into the lower 60s and nothing more than a stray late day shower. Most of the rain's actually Thursday night with a cold front. And then behind that front, we quickly dry out Friday. I think the last of the raindrops are out of here by about daybreak or so on Friday, leading to a generally sunny afternoon. That will allow temperatures to rise a few degrees. We won't see a big rise on Friday. Daybreak temperatures maybe around 43, 44. Might sneak up to 48 or 49 before the afternoon is through with that strengthening mid-March sun. All right, a few words about the weekend. I mentioned this in passing last evening, but we'll be keeping an eye on a system, kind of a weak system that might threaten to bring us a touch of snow or some flurries Saturday night. This is today's run of the European model, showing after a dry Saturday, it's actually pretty far north with the moisture here Saturday night, suggesting we have a pretty decent chance of seeing a little snow, maybe some mixed precipitation, Saturday evening through Saturday night. Now, this is kind of the farthest north solution out of any modeling I've seen so far. Taken literally, this would mean maybe some small accumulations of snow and maybe some mixed precipitation late Saturday and Saturday night. If this were to occur, I think it's out of here by daybreak Sunday, and that will lead to a decent day coming up on Sunday. So this will be a quick hitter. Overall, I suspect low impact if it even occurs, but there's been some northward trends on the modeling today, so I did want to share with you the possibility that Saturday night might have a little wintry weather across the area. All right, this will be gone by Sunday, and of course 21 WFMJ, the proud media sponsor of the St. Patrick's Day Parade, Mahoning Valley St. Patrick's Day Parade in Boardman on Market Street, things kicking off around 1 p.m. Pretty typical weather for the St. Patty's Day Parade with 1 p.m. temperatures probably around 42. I think we'll see a decent amount of sunshine, and yeah, seasonably chilly. Could be a lot worse, could be better, but hey, could be a lot worse in early March. As far as temperatures go, after our spike on Thursday, we settle back pretty close to average for a few days, but then next week, again, looking pretty warm. And this 59 on St. Patrick's Day next Tuesday will probably be followed by 60s for at least one day, maybe even 2 days, immediately after the holiday. the unofficial holiday, during the middle of next week. This is a mild pattern. It's also a pretty wet one. This is the 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook from the Climate Prediction Center. The Pacific Northwest is dry. Elsewhere across the country, a lot of wet weather. In the medium range and in the longer range, here's the 8 to 14 day outlook. That's a wet looking picture. I think this is also a pattern that may produce several rounds of severe weather, maybe not so much around here, but where you would expect in early spring. Tennessee Valley, Dixie Alley. This could be a pretty active pattern that produces not only rain, but several bouts of severe weather as we head into the middle of March. All right. Thank you as always for watching Weather for Weather Geeks. Same time, same place on Wednesday with an update on your rest of the week forecast and that potential for a little wintry weather over the weekend.